Good morning, New Mexico United Nation, and how are you doing? So excited to be with you, Black and Yellow family, this morning for a very, very exciting announcement. I am joined by my friend, my hero, head coach, technical director, Troy Lassane. Troy, thanks for taking some time over the holidays to join us for this exciting moment.
Good to be with you, Lucas. Wishing you and your family Merry Christmas, Christmas Eve, that is, and excited for this big announcement this morning, buddy.
Yeah. No, you sent us a text a couple weeks ago, and you said, I think this is going to be a big one, guys. So without naming any names, without spoiling it at all, just talk about this newest signing, and really, if you want to, talk a little bit about your approach going into this off season and the holes we wanted to fill, the personalities we were looking for, and how this newest signing fits in with all of that.
Yeah, so bringing back a majority of the core from 2020 was extremely important. We did that in 2019, and we saw the benefits in our 2020 season. And we were able to solidify a lot of the roster in 2020 going into 2021. And I'm excited about that continuity. So then it's about adding pieces that are going to challenge that group that's returning and really push to take us into year 3 and compete for a trophy for our community. That's the name of the game. And this, the first couple signings in Ilya and Harry, we've seen these two guys that they've made impacts in the former clubs they've been with. And this young man that's going to be joining us now is someone that I know our community is going to be excited about. Look, Lucas, every kid on Christmas Eve is pushing their parents to open one present at least.
That's right.
So we as a club had to deliver as well for all the kids and some of the older kids, the adults in our community that always want to open a present as well on Christmas Eve. And this is a technician. This is someone that is extremely, extremely good on the ball. Someone that is dangerous at all times whenever he picks the ball up in the final third, beats players easily on the dribble, wears his heart on his sleeve. But he wears his heart on his sleeve, particularly for this New Mexico community. And, I think everyone's going to be stoked about the unveiling that we're going to have here in a few seconds about this young man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I could set it up any better than that. No sense gilding the lily. The Black and Yellow family has been extremely good this year, definitely on Santa's good list. And so let's go ahead and reward him. We've got David Carl on the 1s and 2s in the background. David, let's go ahead and give the family their present.
Feeds Rivas, and Sergio Rivas delivers 2-0.
How are you guys doing?
What a goal. Look at him stay with that play, bumping through, and then you said it, the touch to get that over Cohen.
For the box. Unveiling the first one there, but a one-timer!
Happy to be back.
Sends it in! Another one for the visitors! 2-0.
Dottie advances it. Good ball in. Turned and finished. Foster Langsdorff on the assist is Sergio Rivas. And Reno's got a quick answer. We're tied at 1. Starting to work out, and Rivas puts a shot on goal.
And Rivas first time just places into that far corner. Fantastic finish from Sergio Rivas.
A very impressive goal from the 21-year-old.
Bet there's a lot of smiling faces in New Mexico right now seeing that and joining us in the live stream. I know that we're experiencing a few technical difficulties, so I don't know how well he's hearing us. But Sergio, if you can hear me, my man, why don't you just go ahead and say hi to the state that is so excited to welcome you back.
How are you guys doing? Happy Christmas Eve. I'm super happy to be back with New Mexico United. It's been a long 7 years since I've been back to Albuquerque, and I wish nothing but the best for us. And I love my community. I want to thank New Mexico United. I want to thank the coach, and I want to thank Peter, and I want to thank my family for making this possible. I'm super excited to see the fans in action. I'm super excited to be back here in Albuquerque. I've heard nothing but great things about you guys, and I'm super stoked. I'm already ready to go. I'm ready to go here. So for whoever wants a shirt, go get it.
He's ready to go. So Sergio, I don't know how well you can hear me, but here's something I'm most excited about. So in 2019, you scored an absolute beauty of a goal against New Mexico United. And I personally declared that Sergio Rivas is banned from eating New Mexico United green chili. I don't know if our restaurants abided by that and properly banned you, but I hope that now that you're back, they can forgive you as I've forgiven you and really let you get back into the fold of New Mexico. If you can hear me, what are the few things you're most excited about coming back?
Yeah, well, you said it right there. I'm excited about the green chili and Dion's Ranch. No, but I hope you guys can forgive me for that first year. It was a bittersweet moment. It was a bittersweet moment, but I'm happy to be back. Most of the people that know who I am, they know that I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to win championships with coach and the administration, New Mexico United. So I'm happy to be back and help you guys win a championship this next year. And when I grew up watching Devin Sandoval play all the time. So it's going to be really, really fun playing next to him. And I heard nothing but great things about Troy. So I'm happy to be finally a part of his team and his squad and what we can do this next year.
Absolutely. So Troy,
I'm also
ahead,
very
Sergio.
happy to. I'm also very happy to be at home where my family can finally watch me play live every single game.
Yeah, we can't wait to pack the lab. And so Troy, we had a lot of the core come back, as you talked about. We went ahead and added, Ilya Illich, who's an attacking player. Now we bring Sergio into the fold. What can the faithful expect to see out of the attack this year? That it may not be different. I know your philosophy never changes, but how can some of those tactics change in some of those specifics?
Yeah, I think when you have a player like Sergio coming into the mix with some of the players that we have returning, and then, as you mentioned, a couple players that we've announced already in terms of new signings, it's going to be a combination that's going to be very dangerous. And Sergio, he adds a lot of versatility, not only as an attacking player, but watching what he did last year in Reno. He played a different position, and he actually that's really where I felt like he grew a lot in his development as a professional player. He was a center midfielder that had more defensive responsibilities, and he's a complete player. I think Sergio can play a number of positions for us, but make no mistake about it. As I said, he's a guy that is dangerous when he gets in the final third, and when you pair him with someone like Devin Sandoval, and you have two homegrown New Mexican players that are representing our community for New Mexico United, it's exactly the combination we want in 2021.
So Coach, we know that character is everything, right? That I have one of the tenets behind me here on my wall, but we know that it's part of three, right? Hard work, humility, diligence. Talk about how Sergio, checked those boxes for us and what he brings from a mentality standpoint, maybe not just on the field, but as a part of this community in general.
Yeah, it's a complete fit, and you said it really well there, Lucas. We look for players that are going to transcend what they do on the field and make sure that they're impacting our community off the field. And Sergio has already been doing that in New Mexico for a number of years. And my first interaction with him was at St. Pius, and he was running a youth camp, and I got to see him work with a lot of young players. And he was also training himself. He was doing a little youth clinic, working with a couple guys, but then also training himself for the MLS Combine. So I know he's going to impact this community in a really positive way. And when you talk about hard work, humility, and diligence, that embodies the characteristics that's made him a professional player and made him someone that's been drafted by San Jose. And, this is just the starting point for him in a lot of ways. He's got a bright future, and this is a great fit for him in his pro career.
Now, not a lot of people have the privilege that I have, Coach, and that when you were interviewing for this position, you came in and you laid out a very clear plan and what are we going to do in year one? What are we going to do in year two? What are we going to do in year three? And you had some boldness in year three, and I think we heard Sergio talk about his seriousness and what he wants to do. I mean, it's a little bit on the nose and it's a little bit cliche sports talk, but what's the goal for year three, Coach?
Sergio said it well, and I think I said it also in kind of the tease. I think this community now has seen us grow year one, year two, and now going into year three with signings like Sergio. And it's about delivering, and we've gotten better every year, but it's about delivering a championship now. This community deserves that. And of course, every every franchise is going to say that, but I think we're trending in the right direction, and we've got more work to do. That's for sure. It's not going to be easy, but we're prepared to make that sacrifice for New Mexico, because bringing a trophy is the ultimate prize, and that's what we want to do in 2021.
Sergio, if you can hear me, brother, I'm sure there's a couple of youth out there, right? They're New Mexican youth soccer players. They're in a situation that you weren't in too long ago. Like, what advice do you have for them? What would you like to share with everyone that's looking up and they say, you know what, I want to be the next Sergio Rivas? What would you impart on them advice-wise?
Great question. My biggest advice is you can do it. You know, a lot of kids these days, they put a lot of excuses in their heads. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. But if you believe in yourself and you believe in your mentality and you're with your brain and your brain power, you can do anything you set your mind to. And it sounds a little bit cliche, but it's true. And that's what I've done my whole life. There's been a lot of challenges in my life, but as long as I tell myself that there's an opportunity to succeed, you will do it. And you just got to work for it. And those kids who are struggling with whatever they're struggling with, there's always a way out and there's always a way to succeed. Like I did a couple speeches in Seattle University, and all I want to do is come back home and help my family and my people here in Albuquerque and help them succeed. So if you guys have any questions, just please reach out to me. I'm here and I'm open-minded, and I can give you guys some tips, and so I can help you guys.
You know, I think people are just going to be pumped to see you out in the community. You know, with an answer like that, you've already proven yourself to be such a pillar of New Mexico and a champion of New Mexico. But I'll tell you what, as great as it is to see you off the pitch, it's going to be so amazing if we get back to it. We get to working again. We get those wild and rowdy black and yellow faithful back in those stands. I mean, I cannot wait to watch a Sergio Rivas ball hit the back of the net and see what erupts in the lab. Like, what did you see from that first year? You know, 2020 was weird. We didn't get to have our traditional home setup, but that first year, what did you see out of your hometown crowd that, you know, stood out to you?
Well, I mean, what didn't I see? I saw what I was used to seeing, just the passion that New Mexico has. And you know, I knew that New Mexico had it in them, and it was just a matter of time and who did it. And, you know, fortunately, the owners of New Mexico United made it happen. And I just see the videos of when Devin scores a goal or when Weehan scores a goal, just the whole place erupts. And, you know, I wasn't fortunate enough to come to the trip my first year down to Albuquerque, but everybody just told me how crazy and loud and passionate everybody was. And, you know, I wish I was there, but now I'm here. So I'm hoping to experience this in June or July, whenever they open up the stadiums.
Yeah, man, we're beyond looking forward to it. So I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I know that there's a ton of media people that want to talk to you. Obviously, this is going to be a big story that's going to dominate for the next couple of days. But I just want to thank you, Sergio, for not only your commitment to this state, but for joining us this morning. I know this is holiday time and family time, so thank you for carving out some time. And Coach, again, thank you for taking a few minutes away from baby Drew and Amanda to hang out with us and really get the state stoked.
Yeah, thank you, Lucas. So excited, Sergio, to have you on board, man. And
thank you, guys.
Now it's down to work, man.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's it for this live stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Sergio. Merry Christmas, Troy. We can't wait to get back to it. And Black and Yellow family, stay tuned. Quick plug. Remember, today is the last day for you to get 21% off of your United merch. So if you need to pick something up last minute, come on down to the team store. We'll be open from 11 to 5, and you can get that last minute. Maybe pick up a yellow jersey so you can go ahead and get your Rivas 11 on the back of that as well. Sergio, welcome home, brother. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Feeds Rivas, and Sergio Rivas delivers 2-0 Reno. What a goal. Look at him stay with that play, bumping through, and then you said it, the touch to get that over Cohen.
In the box. Not way on the first one there, but a one-timer sends it in. Another one for the visitors. 2-0.
Dottie advances it. Good ball in. Turned and finished. Foster Langsdorff on the assist is Sergio Rivas. And Reno's got a quick answer. We're tied at 1. Starting to work out, and Rivas puts a shot on goal. And Rivas, first time, just places into that far corner. Fantastic finish from Sergio Rivas.
A very impressive goal from the 21-year-old.